I'm like at war with myself, in which I know that one shouldn't feel bad about aging. But on the other hand, for the past 2 years, I've been feeling really bad about my face. My name is Teresa, and what is this? This is anti-aging. So there's been a slew of controversial TikToks regarding early teen girls, 13, 14, maybe even 12, and they're demonstrating their skincare routine, their anti-aging skincare routine. Here's some things I do to slow down the aging process. So seeing the fear of aging trickle down to teens, preteens, maybe even children. There's probably an 8-year-old out there begging their parents for retinol cream to stop those fine lines and wrinkles before they begin. Seeing this trickle down to even younger and younger ages has people in an uproar. Me being East Asian, I feel like that fear of aging has been pounded into you. 10 years ago, early 20s was when you have to start the anti-aging skincare routine. You have to buy all these expensive creams and stuff. I never did, but you have to stop the aging before it starts. Because once you're in your 30s and you start the anti-aging routine, it's already too late for you. That has always been the East Asian mentality. I don't know what other cultures think, but at the same time, when I was in my teens, preteens, I never thought about anti-aging because I thought I would never grow old. Right now, we're dealing with the phenomenon, the universal female fear of aging, which used to start in your mid-20s to your 30s, then it went to your early 20s. Now there's some 13-year-old out there trying to maintain their youth. What a great way for skincare companies and cosmetic industries to make money. You start that fear train even younger. Because when you think about it, anti-aging cream, it's kind of like a drug, isn't it? It's really like a miracle elixir. You never really know for sure if it's working. Once you start on the skincare routine that will last you your whole life, put this cream on your face, put the serum on your face. Maybe you have to do a mixture between creams and serums and toners and face wash and exfoliation. You do that every night until you're old, and hopefully by the time you're 40, you will still look like you're in your 30s. What a great way to make money, because that's basically like opening up a vein to your wallet, where the cosmetic industry is just gonna suck the money out for your entire life. How do you know that the retinol cream is helping you stay young? But then the fear of getting old keeps you from discarding your anti-aging, your very expensive anti-aging products. In advertising, there are 2 rules. You sell people on desire and a lifestyle, or you sell people on fear. And I feel like the anti-aging cosmetic industry, it's like the perfect meeting between desire to look young forever, desire for eternal youth, and the fear of growing old. Once you get women on these products, they'll never leave it. And now we're trying to aim for a younger audience. So that's 10 extra years worth of money. So that being said, we're gonna talk about this fear of aging that all women seem to harbor inside their souls. Even me, I still harbor a fear of aging. According to this Vice article, Gen Z now spends more on skincare than any generation as more people buy into the idea that perceived flaws must be combated. Now, in addition to spending money on skincare, they're now edging into preventative treatments like Botox and fillers, like cheek fillers, lip fillers. In their early 20s, maybe even their teens, article says because of reality shows like Love Island, the Kardashians, but also because of TikTok, because there's the anti-aging or the age filter on TikTok, you're normalized into seeing your skin perfect, flawless, and airbrushed. There is an age filter that gives you a window into what you would look like as an old person, so therefore you need to start preventing that right now. So prevention is now the obsession. A lot of this, in addition to stemming from more profits at marketing to a younger audience, so you could hook them at a young age. There's also the collapse of traditional magazine media. So a long time ago, teen girls would read teen magazines, 17 magazine, Teen Vogue, buying the latest lip gloss, latest nail polish, doing your hair with the latest butterfly clips. But now with the death of these traditional forms of media, teen girls are now exposed to anti-aging skincare routine aimed at 30-year-olds. So it's like the holy trinity of making one feel bad about oneself. We have beauty filters, death of magazines, and non-differentiated marketing. Good old hunger for profit. Why not squeeze 10 additional years of money out of your target audience? Teen girls are now reporting record levels of sadness. And now when you're sad, you are also encouraged by cosmetic companies to indulge in self-care. And now self-care has become synonymous with skincare. Around 2016, the makeup trend at that time was heavily influenced by beauty influencers. Heavy foundation, a lot of contouring. You probably have to put 27 products on your face. There's a lot of experimentation with eyeshadow, kind of like an evening look for your daytime look. During lockdown, there was this abrupt shift from the glam makeup look to a no makeup look, the clean beauty look. The clean beauty look would have you believe that you are not spending any money on makeup, but what you save in makeup, you spend on skincare. You must take your photo next to your window and bask in golden afternoon sun. Resilient, glowing skin. Your skin has no marks, no imperfections. It's kind of like a full-on afternoon golden hour sun photo, flexing your natural beauty, which more or less is achieved by being young, not having any acne, not having any scars, just not having any wrinkles, not being old, hence the point of being young. Skincare. You gotta crack into that skincare at a young age, because God forbid that once you've had a beautiful, radiant, clean beauty profile picture, next year you should look older. Being a woman is a very difficult thing to be, guys. You're beset by insecurities both inwards and outwards. Every time you turn on the TV, every time you go on Instagram or TikTok, you're beset by ways that you can improve yourself to make yourself more attractive. You have to better your hair color. You have to fight those grays. Longer eyelashes, better nails, flawless skin achieved through makeup or skincare or the double whammy. Plumper lips, more defined cheekbones, and above all, the general message that we've heard ever since we were young is that you're worth nothing when you're old. You're worth nothing if you're ugly. It's from the moment you're born as a girl. The emphasis is on that you need to be pretty. There's so many products helping you achieve, I guess, what your ultimate life goal is, to be pretty. There's products to help you remove hair in areas where you don't want hair, but also grow hair in areas that you do want hair. First, your eyebrows needed to be thin, and now your eyebrows needed to be thick and kind of bushy. First, your lips needed to be small, and now your lips needed to be plump and juicy. First, women needed a round face, but now you needed more of a hollowed out, cheekbone defined face. The clear message of all this is that your value as a woman is directly related to your beauty, which is directly related to youth. People favor a youthful beauty. The villain in your life is getting old. You do not want to be an old bag, and you need to start fighting the old bag, which is your final form, when you are young. And even though we've been through centuries of this, women in 18th century France putting lead paint on their face, women in Victorian England washing their face with arsenic, women in the 1900s eating tapeworm eggs to achieve a tiny figure. So many toxic beauty regimes. We think now that we could do better. In 2023, we hope that we can do better, and we're more enlightened. In many respects, we are enlightened, but at the same time, I see the same thing happening. We're repeating the same mistakes. We're even making it worse because now we have more access to plastic surgery. 27-year-old Shelly has 2,300 pounds worth of credit card debt. She can only afford to pay off between 50 to 90 pounds per month, but getting Botox on my forehead costs me 400 pounds every time, but I cannot not have it. I know I'm only 27, but there is no better feeling than my forehead not being able to move. I don't look as youthful, and my makeup doesn't go on as well when it wears off. Pamper Books surveyed 900 hair and beauty salons and found that on average, women are spending a combined cost of 1,000 pounds each month on nails, hair, aesthetics, such as facials and injectables. Michelle, a copywriter, has Botox every 4 months or so at around 180 pounds a time. She estimates that she has spent over 2,000 pounds on it in recent years. So the idea behind injectables and Botox has definitely changed within the course of 10 years, because it used to be something that older women did in their 40s and up. Once you have wrinkles, it's just kind of to combat the wrinkles that you already have. But now it's become a preventative measure, a tweakment, if you will. And a lot of younger women are doing it in their late teens, early 20s. Prevent yourself from getting these wrinkles. Therefore, they're putting themselves into debt in order to do this, because once you're on that train, it's hard to stop. I wonder how much prevention Botox and injectables actually do. Once you've seen yourself all pumped up, once it's all dissolved from your face and you're back to your normal face, you kind of look a little deflated, and then you need it. Let me tell you about all the things that I think are wrong with my face. I think I have good bone structure, but my face is ruined because I have acne scars. I try to cover up these acne scars with lights. I do some post-production work, some smoothing. In high school, I had near perfect skin, to the point where my friend who had some acne said, "Damn you, you and your perfect skin." And I'm like, I know. My face was as smooth as like the underside of my forearms. I would get the occasional pimple that I would pop, by the way. My pimples went away within a day after popping them with no consequences. I didn't wear any makeup, guys. Of course, I wasn't 100% confident while I was in high school. I had other insecurities. I had a bad pixie haircut for about a year. I wore these wide-legged jeans that were kind of ill-fitting. I kind of had a mustache situation going on. But one thing I was very confident about was that my skin was great. And then, I don't know what it is. Was it karma? Between the ages of 24 and 26, I developed adult acne. Cystic acne on both my cheeks and some on my chin. It was a combination of poor diet, poor nutrition, and maybe some internal stuff going on with me. I didn't know. I didn't have any health insurance at the time. I didn't go to the doctor, and I didn't go to a dermatologist. Because I had such resilient skin in my teens, like when I popped a pimple, it would just go away. No consequence, no scars. So I thought like the same resilience will carry on with my acne. Unfortunately, I was so stupid. I popped some pimples, and some of them were cystic, okay? They were under the skin. I developed scars. I experimented with a variety of over-the-counter acne medications, those containing salicylic acid, those containing benzoyl peroxide, every kind of over-the-counter medication that I could get my hands on, I tried. And I thought I was trying to help my acne, but because I was putting my face through so many different types of products, it made my acne even worse. That was when I started wearing makeup. So I also experimented with a lot of different types of makeup, like cover-up foundations with concealer. Once you have the foundation, you gotta go for blush, you gotta go for eye makeup, everything. Between all the acne products that I tried out that made my face worse, all the makeup I tried out, I probably spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. I would be so self-conscious of my acne scars that I would never go out in public without makeup, because I just got used to seeing myself in makeup and I thought I looked better. But then with the pandemic, with staying home all the time, I just gradually weaned myself into not relying on makeup anymore, and I gradually saw myself without makeup, and I don't mind it. Now I only wear makeup when I'm filming videos and for special occasions. And sometimes for special occasions, like to a nice dinner, I would not even wear any makeup. I never really did any kind of anti-aging preventative treatment when I was younger, because for the most part I was basking in my perfect skin. For the latter half of my 20s, I was battling against acne. So I was never really think about like, oh my God, I'm gonna get wrinkles, I'm gonna get old, I'm gonna get deep laughter lines or anything. Even in my 30s, I was able to ride the 10-year cheat card. I have a 10-year runway just by being Asian that I could look younger than I am. Now I feel like I'm driving myself crazy. Driving myself and my husband kind of crazy, because maybe 5 times out of a week, I would ask him, do I look older? Do you think I look older now than I did 2 years ago? He would obviously say no, but that in itself is a loaded question, because guys, when a woman asks you if she looks older, you know what the answer is. If you say yes, I would look at the magnified side of the makeup mirror and just kind of inspect every inch. What has changed on my face? I've been noticing that my nasal labial folds, my laughter lines are getting deeper. Too much laughing, guys. My acne scars, there's nothing I could do about that unless I commit myself to some drastic chemical peel. So here's the thing that gets me. As educated and as enlightened as I think I am, I still feel kind of scared of getting older, is because for most of my life, I've been young. Being East Asian, I have a 10-year cheat card of looking younger than my age. Now I've reached the point where I think that cheat card is not working anymore. I've sailed my whole life on a luxury ocean liner, and now that ocean liner is starting to get wears and tears, and I'm basically plugging up the holes. Sooner or later, it's gonna go down like the Titanic. Like, I'm gonna go down like the Titanic. And I don't know how to deal with that, because if you spend your whole life looking younger than you are, and therefore you equate your value based on youth, which I think I've been doing, what happens when that youth is gradually taken away from you? So I don't know what you guys are doing in terms of feeling okay about aging, other than telling oneself that getting older is not the worst thing in the world. You know, when I was 22, I can say getting older is is not the worst thing in the world. Some 30-something-year-old came up to me and said, I'm getting older, I feel old. And I'd be like, oh, getting older is not the worst thing in the world. Wrinkles are beautiful, wrinkles are great. But secretly in my mind, I'm like, I don't have to worry about that in another 15 years. And then when you're young, you don't feel like you're ever gonna get old, but then it gradually sneaks up on you. I mean, when I was in high school, college, I have maybe 1 or 2 errant strands of gray hair that would just easily pluck out, and that's like a once in a blue moon thing. And then later on, 2 to 3 strands of gray hair, and now like an entire section of my hair underneath here is graying. I don't even know what the back of my head looks like. Now I'm faced with the decision: should I dye my hair, my virgin hair, or should I just embrace gray hair, don't care? So I'm trying to hold off on that as long as possible. It's another hole in my cruise liner that I'm trying to plug up. I think my plan on battling age-related insecurities is I've started this private Pinterest board, and I'm collecting a lot of pictures of stylish older women. And I'm not talking about like stylish older women in their 30s. I'm talking about stylish older women in their 50s and above. Like they have gray hair and they have natural wrinkles. Like I'm trying to normalize myself with photos of women just like having the time of their lives with their natural aging face, with natural wrinkles, and they still look great doing it. I'm trying to like normalize myself by not seeing perfect faces and perfect skin. So with this video, in all honesty, I cannot give you an enlightened statement of I feel great getting older. I feel great I have gray in my hair. I prefer not to have gray in my hair, or I feel great that I have these laughter lines and it shows that I spent my life laughing, when in actuality, not really. As my laughter lines get deeper, I don't like it. But I feel like for me, it's not a matter of fixing it cosmetically as so much as fixing my perspective on it. So let me know about your aging insecurities, because I definitely have some of my own, and I've shared it with you. Share it with me. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, it would mean the world to me if you subscribe to my channel. I've been talking for hours. Now the sun appears to have set. I don't want to talk anymore.